Welcome to today's video. So, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be blind reacting to some of my friends and family who are going to talk to you guys about what I was like in active addiction. I'm a little nervous because I have no idea what they're going to say. Before I get into it, thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to send these clips in. If you are new here, hi, my name is Jess. I'm a recovering addict who served time in prison, and my entire crazy life story is in the description box down below. If you want to follow me on any other social media platform, TikTok, Instagram, my vlog channel where you can see me doing vlog stuff, and my Patreon where you guys can hear phone calls from me and Jason, who is my friend that is in federal prison. He comes home in 90 days. Okay, holy cow, that was super long. All right, let's kick this thing off. I'm so nervous. I don't know what they're gonna say.
Hi. So my name's Debbie White. Jessica named me Hollywood when we were in jail together. We were roommates in Sebastian County Jail. I got to know her pretty good. We were locked down most of the time. It was like 24-hour lockdown.
23 and 1.
She didn't really open up to me a lot there, but you know, we told stories, and I got to hear a lot of things that she had been through as a kid and growing up in New York. But for the most part, Jessica kind of, I guess you could say she had a chip on her shoulder. She was pretty mad, and especially at her baby's dad and her situation. She didn't know where she was going to go, what she was going to do when she got out, and she was just confused, kind of all over the place, and didn't have much hope. She's a deep person and takes things real serious. That part has never really changed about Jess. For those of you that have heard her story, it's remarkable. She overcame every obstacle. You know, I don't really know too many people that could parole with a pair of shoes and a pair of sweats, and just, she was consistent, you know, and persistent. And before I left, I'll never forget, she sent me a kite, and it had a Bible scripture in it, and I just started crying. I have this letter here real quick because I've gone past my 2 minutes, but here's this letter. She was in the PAL program at ADC, and you know, Jess, don't ever give me just 2 minutes to talk about you, because I could just go on and on. I'm so proud of you, and I love you, and the life that you have, I know it exceeds anything that you imagined. You have an amazing husband, Iris, and those girls, of course, they're just amazing and beautiful, but I love you, and I hope we get to do our interview soon, and the sun is coming in. I hope you got that natural light you needed. Love you, Jess. Congratulations on all your success.
I love you so much. I love you so much, and we're going to do the interview with her very soon. I've just been so busy. I know I've been saying that for a long time, but also I think she was afraid to come on YouTube at first. But yes, I'm going to do a full interview with her. Her story is crazy, and I love you. I love you too.
And just keep doing what you're doing. You're great at it.
She's running from the sun.
Jess is an addict. For a lack of better terms, I would say...
This is Dig. Brian. Oh my god. This is... okay. I love you.
Complete shit show.
Shit show.
Sad. Always lonely and depressed looking. A 100% complete shit show. But yeah, she was a wreck.
A complete shit show.
And,
facts, though.
Truly happy that she has found her path and is on the rise.
Hey, Jess.
Hi.
I guess I'll start this video just saying I didn't know personally that you were so active in addiction when we were on Mag Crew together. I personally didn't know a lot of people were doing drugs, and definitely didn't know that you were doing drugs as much or as often or whatever, you know. I do have to say that I was definitely very hard on you in my head. I was up until about,
so beautiful.
Oh gosh, I don't even know, like 5 o'clock in the morning just thinking about things. And the one story that comes to mind the most to me is I remember picking you up. I think it was me and Josiah though. We picked you up, or me, who knows. It was a long time ago. But I remember...
I'm gonna pause it. First of all, how beautiful is Allie? But the fact that she's saying she didn't know is so interesting because I was so good at hiding things for a long time. Okay, let's go.
I was told to put you in a room far away from the rest of the crew, and no one was supposed to know that you were there, and that you were probably going to be held up a week in that room by yourself while I brought you plenty of fluids and plenty of snacks. And for some reason, a Snickers bar just comes to mind. I don't know. That must have been your favorite. I don't know. Maybe it was Josiah's favorite. I have no idea.
Josiah was my boss on Magazine Crew.
I remember just having to keep you shielded away from everybody, not letting anybody know, while you were just probably just so sick in your room, just coming off of drugs, probably just so sad by yourself. And that really hurts my heart now. But, you know, I was really hard on you in my head back then, because to me, drugs was not like a sickness like most people, you know, would think it is today. I, you know, was coming to Mag Crew, and I had an active addiction to meth for, oh gosh, like 7 years before I came to Mag Crew, and I just quit like that. So I was very hypocritical then when it came to your issues and your addiction, let alone anybody that we knew on Mag Crew. I definitely see it in a whole different light now. So as far as your active addiction on Crew, I really didn't know.
I'm gonna pause again. I love you so much, Allie, but I think it's so cool how open she's being about being so hard on me in her head. And I just love that she's saying that, because we all have a tendency to judge or to, you know, not fully understand what someone else is going through. So I thank you for being honest, and I love you.
I know that we share pictures and like share memories, and you would tell me, oh my gosh, I was just so high then, you know, but I didn't know. I only knew about when we would bring you back to the road from, you know, you being in New York, you getting high, you doing your own thing.
I would go on Magazine Crew. I would have to detox every single time, and my boss was always so willing to help me go through that. So I would isolate. The crew couldn't know that I was there. They always somehow found out, or they'd see me, or, you know, I'd wander down to someone's room or something. I did that at least 4 times, I want to say. And that was so hard to go through. You'd think like all the times that I've detoxed on Magazine Crew in hotels or detox in jail that I would understand, like, this hurts, don't do it again. You know, like, stop touching the fucking stove, Jessica, it's burning your hand. I couldn't stop. I had no control. I would detox and then think, oh great, my tolerance is low, so it's not gonna cost so much money. I wouldn't stop and think like, I should probably stop doing this. And I've mentioned, or maybe you haven't seen that video yet, but I just filmed a video talking about my heroin addiction where I talk about it being a form of self-harm for me. Like, I knew I was harming myself, and I was like addicted to the pain of detoxing, the pain of the needle, the pain of the track marks and the scars and all the things that I was going through, the pain of my codependent relationship. Like, I was addicted to the pain. And I know that sounds so weird, but my life in active addiction was so dark. Okay, let's get back to Allie.
And you just needing to get away. So I guess that's really like the only story that really comes to my head the most.
The detoxing.
I hope this is a good video for you.
It's a good video.
I didn't want to ramble too much. I see that I'm like almost 4 minutes in, so I guess I'll end this. But I do appreciate you and everything that you do, and I'm so proud of you, and I hope I get to see you soon.
Yes, come to Chicago.
Love you.
Come to Chicago.
Hello, my name's Lorraine Flyzik, and I was Jessica's physical education teacher in high school. I guess the first thing I want you to know about Jessica was that she was a lost soul. And by that I mean, I don't think she really saw her potential.
I have seen this because I worked this into a video that I posted like 3 years ago, and I just asked her to resend it to me, and I absolutely love her.
She was very smart and articulate, but I don't think that those were qualities that Jessica would put upon herself.
Right.
I did try to get close to Jessica at times. The closer we got, the more she drew away. There were times when we would have a serious conversation during class or something, and she would disappear for 3 days. I wouldn't see her. So
sounds about right.
I think I handled Jessica with kid gloves. I knew she was special. I knew that maybe she was under some circumstances that other kids weren't. And I just wanted her there. I thought that was the most important thing, was for her to be showing up every day. Did I know exactly what was going on in her life at that time? No, because Jessica wouldn't let you in. She, like I said, would only let you get so far. I guess the other thing I want you to know about Jessica is she's very headstrong. And maybe if I did know what was going on, she probably would have done it anyway. I think that she's an amazing woman. She was an amazing girl. I was also the coach of the girls' varsity tennis team, and I tried very hard to get her to be involved with that with me, even if it was just being a manager. But I really wanted her to play. I thought if she had something else to look forward to, that it would have helped. I'm very proud of Jessica. I'm very proud of the woman that she's become. And I think that strongness in her personality got her to where she is today.
I'm gonna pause at the end. Thank you so much. I love you. I was really bad at tennis. And what she didn't say is like, she's such an amazing teacher, and I knew that I could go to gym class and not participate. I knew I could sit there, and because she wouldn't force me to participate, I would show up. You know, I was a really bad student in the sense that like I didn't want to do the work. I didn't want to at noon run and play basketball and be all sweaty and then go back to class. So I was like, yeah, this is not for me. And I think I remember a conversation where it's like, what if we change the schedule and you have gym at the end of the day? And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't work for me either. Like I was so difficult. So I would hardly ever participate. I don't remember one time participating. I might have ran the mile, but like I never wanted to even do anything, and she didn't make me. She thought I was, as long as I showed up and I was safe, then that counts as participating, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you for listening, and I hope you continue to watch Jessica's videos and support her.
Yes, watch the videos.
Thank you.
I've made this video so many times.
Rachel, this is my cousin Rachel. I just want to like cry just seeing her face right now. I love you. Oh gosh.
Jessica was an interesting child. She was confrontational, but she was quiet. She was argumentative, but she was secluded. She kept very high walls around herself to protect herself, and she controlled the narrative. She did a really good job fitting into every situation if she wanted to, and she also did a really good job of sneaking out of situations. Jess was the kind of kid that had to grow up early. She had to look out for herself, and I believe that she got so used to having to do that or needing to do that, that when confronted with boundaries and stability and some of the other basic comforts of childhood, she resisted those. She was not an overly affectionate child. She did not care to hug anybody. She didn't care to participate.
I still don't like to hug people. Like, it's so weird. I hug my kids. It's very different. Yeah, it's so funny that everyone's saying the same thing. I was really guarded and distant and wouldn't hug anyone.
A lot of different things. And I never really blamed her for not wanting to. I've known Jess for a very, very long time. I think I was one of those people that she was sure she would conceal around, but I knew that we were in very similar situations. I know that Jess got into a lot of fights. She stuck up for a lot of people, some people that didn't even deserve.
Oh my gosh. Just saying that I stuck up for a lot of people. I don't even know what she's gonna say after that, but like now I'm thinking of stories to tell you guys for my I Beat That Up series.
That I know that she enjoyed controlling the narrative. If she didn't like who she was talking to, she changed the subject. She left. If she didn't like where she was, she made a change. If she didn't like the boundaries put in place, she didn't follow them. It's not necessarily anti-authority. It was controlling the narrative And I honestly think that she was doing the best that she could to control the situations and the situations that were around her. And that did eventually, you know, lead to having to get her own apartment, supply money for that apartment, and go on with the course of the rest of her life. But when I originally met her, it was an act of survival. She was surviving. She was trying to thrive and survive, and not just survive.
Hey guys.
Okay, Jen. Okay, before we go to Jen, so Rachel, she's my cousin through marriage. So my dad and my stepmom met and married when I was like 10. I met Rachel when I was like 12. Yeah. Just to explain, because I said that she's my cousin, and then she said when I met Jess. So, yeah.
Jen. So today I'm going to tell you
It's
about
Jen.
Jess. I met her when we were probably, she was probably about 19, 20 years old. And we've known each other, oh God, for 12 years now. So when I first met her, Jess was I joke around all the time when I say it, but she was definitely very grumpy and very sad all the
Grumpy
time.
and
It's like she
sad.
had the weight of the world on her shoulders, unfortunately. And I feel like that was really due to the position we had put our lives in due to our substance use disorder. She was always just very grumpy, very upset, very sad, you know, nothing lighthearted, nothing funny, no smiles like now. She always had a puss on her face, and she just always was sad. I was the exception to the rule, and sometimes I got to see a different side of her because she would come over my house, and I think she knew it was a safe space and a safe place for her to be, and we would joke around and tee-hee and just be, you know, regular girls. I'm so proud to have her in my life still. I'm so glad we maintained our friendship this entire time, and I'm so proud of who she's become, and I'm so glad that we are now in the second part of our life together.
Oh my God, I just saw those lashes. Like, okay, I see you. I see you, queen.
And we are on our pathways to recovery. And I'm just super grateful to have her in my life, and I love her very
grateful for
much.
you.
But as a child, well, not a child, but as a teenager, she was, ooh, baby. She was fierce. She was grumpy. She was sad. She was mad. And, you know,
Sad mad.
she's still grumpy sometimes, so don't tell her I told you. Bye, guys.
Hi, my name is Katie.
Katie. Okay, so I did an interview. I did an interview with Katie. She is a foster mom, and she is a superhero. I love her so much. I'll link that video down below. I'll link Jen's channel too. I love Katie. Oh God, what is she gonna say?
And I've been friends with Jess since middle school. Jess was actually one of my best and closest friends at that time, and the best way to describe her is she was so fun. She loved to laugh, and I loved to laugh, and so we just clicked and connected. But over time, Jess got kind of secretive, and not in a way that was mean to me or anything like that. Just very like, almost like she was living a double life,
Yeah,
is what it felt like.
I was.
And I just wasn't allowed to know what that other part of her life was, which I get because I was an extremely naive teenager and I probably wouldn't have understood it all. So she pulled away from me and started to distance herself because I didn't have the same struggles, and it never even occurred to me that it could have been something deeper. I just thought she was super rebellious and didn't like to be told what to do, which I guess not much has changed on that. That was a really good wink.
It was a good wink. It was.
So anyway, that was kind of how Jess was with me and our friendship as a teenager, and we just naturally kind of drifted away with her pulling away from me, and I let it happen, and I wish I hadn't, so that I could have been there more for her, but I probably wouldn't have known how to be there for her. But I do want to say that I'm not surprised at all what Jess is doing now. I'm not surprised at how many people she has helped and inspired and encouraged, because this is who my friend was even all those years ago. She was inspiring and brave and amazing, and I'm just so proud of you, Jess, for everything you've accomplished and everything you've done.
I'm so proud of you. Do you hear those babies in the background? She's an amazing foster mommy. I'm so proud of you.
And all the lives that you've helped change. And I'm just so grateful for you for sharing your story and being so vulnerable. I love you.
Joey.
Hey, this video's for Jess.
We know this video's for Jess, bro.
As an agent, she was awesome. Drugs always played a factor.
Okay, so Joey was the GM on Magazine Crew. So yeah.
Some days it was motivation. Some days it just took her out of the game. As a person, she was fucking awesome to hang out with. Chill with her all the time. When she worked, it was good in the sense that she was a moneymaker all the damn time. And no matter where she was always a hustler and made money, but inconsistent
Stop smoking.
in the sense that the drugs always took a factor, and she always...
Oh, I was so inconsistent. So I might have 30 sales one day and fucking 0 the next. Like, I was so inconsistent. But it's like, I had 30 yesterday, you know? Just need to have, this is how I like thought about it in my brain on Magazine Crew. You have to have at least 10 sales that day. But if I had 30 yesterday, I should be good for 3 days. Back up. It's not, no, that's not how it is. If you had 30 today, you still need at least 10 tomorrow. Like, I feel like it's the same. If I have 10 every day for 3 days, but if I have 30 in one day, let me live, man. Y'all work too much.
Dipped off and did what she want, had her own attitude.
Yeah.
Had the fucking worst choice in men, for my opinion.
Oh!
But
I did have the worst. Listen, my taste in men it was very clear. I'm gonna need tattoos and some felonies. I mean, tattoos and some felonies. Please steal from me.
She was always a good person, always had a heart, and smart. To me, out of all the other kids that I had to work with, she seemed like she came from a good family. I knew she acted like she was from New York. She had more street smarts than most niggas. That shit fucking was
More
hilarious.
street smarts.
She was a road dog. I loved working with her. I wish she stayed on the road a lot longer, but she always figured out something that was better for her situation, or
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. But it's good to see you doing good. I'm happy that, you know, you are capitalizing off your shit that fucking put you through hell. You know, I didn't notice all the stuff that you were going through at the time.
Oh, I said I didn't
you know,
notice.
you didn't work directly for me.
Right.
So I did work with you a lot, though. But at the same token, you know, you were always involved in whatever the fuck you were involved in. If it was a dude, if it was the drugs, you were really fucking focused. Not on magazines.
Not on magazines.
Part time for you.
Yeah.
To just facilitate whatever.
He said you were really focused, not on magazines. Never.
Else you fucking doing. You know, it was just something else to do in the meantime that was
Yeah.
helping you hustle up money or connections or whatever the case may be. I always knew that that magazine wasn't going to be for you. That you weren't going to be the one that became a manager and ran a company or anything like that. You had way bigger aspirations.
My
and
bigger
you were
aspirations.
smarter in what was going on, but you were having fun and you were gaining a shit ton of experience and confidence. And, you know, for a little girl, you were not to be fucked with.
Yeah.
And because you really couldn't figure out what the fuck you would do. It was fun. But, you know, I'm not good at this video shit. Hopefully this is enough. If there's more you want me to do, Chica, you know me, I'm not good. I'm hesitant about it, but I will fucking do what I can. Love you, Jess. Tell your old man to keep it up. He's doing good, and your daughter's fucking beautiful. Keep it up, Chica. And, you know, whenever you post this video, or if you post this video, holla at me.
I love Joey so much. Like, he was so cool. So we'd be like in the van, in these big 15-pack vans, and every time he would drop everyone off to get their sales or whatever, he'd always say like, urchin scourchin, get the fuck out. And like, he needs to put that on a t-shirt or something. Just the way that he says it. I can't say it as cool as him. He's so fucking funny. I love Joey and I loved Allie. They were together. Don't tell anyone. And they were just the best couple to hang out with. But he's right. I was not focused on magazines. I didn't want to be there. I just had to be there because I was on the run. But even though I felt like I had to be there because I was on the run, I'm so glad that I did Magazine Crew. There was a lot of negative shit on the crew. It was like American Honey. If you've never seen that movie, that's kind of what I did. I'm so glad that I met these people. I'm so glad that I had that experience because at the time, I thought I could only sell drugs. I didn't know that like, you're not a hustler because you sold dope. You're a hustler because you sell stuff no one wants. Who wants to buy a magazine subscription for 3 years for $50? Like no one. So that made me realize you could do other things besides sell dope. And then I went on, you know, after my last prison bid to be a freight broker, and I've worked in sales. I was a telemarketer. I've done other things. I did phone sales. Like I've done a lot of stuff, but the seed was planted on Magazine Crew that I could do more. And Joey was never judgmental about what I was going through. Even though he said like she had the worst taste in men, he would never say that to me back then. He's like, if that's what you want, you know, like he was so supportive. And I didn't work as hard as I should have. Okay, so thank you guys so much for sending those clips in. I really hope it gave you guys more of an insight on who I am and who I was in active addiction. This means so much to me to have these videos from you guys, so thank you so much. I'm gonna end today's video here. As always, I love you guys. Stay safe, stay sober, whatever that looks like to you, because there is no wrong way to recover. And I will see you in my next one.